everybody, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great start to your week. I'm so delighted to be back with another set of videos this month. My last month, March, videos were on uncertainty and the power of uncertainty. So I would love for you to go back and check out those videos. You can check them out on my Facebook page, or you can go onto my website and look under the blogs, and they are there. And I'm so excited to be introducing Miracle Mondays in Vancouver. They're new monthly workshops, mini workshops, for 2 hours a night on the second Monday of each month. And each month will have a different topic. The overall arching topic is on choosing love and how to shift your perception from fear to love so that you can see all the possibility that surrounds you. And so today I'm going to take a snippet of that in today's video. So for Miracle Mondays, you can get more information on the event page in my on my Facebook page, or please just get in touch, drop me a line. Hello to whoever is watching. Thank you for watching. So to dive in, so this, like I said, the theme of April is on choosing love. And when I mean choose love, it means going to a higher state of consciousness. And that means going to a place where you feel better and where you feel good. One thing I just want to clarify is, very often when we're in a state where we're not feeling that great, we think, oh, I'm just going to feel positive and focus on the positive things, which is great because, particularly if we're living in the Western world, we have a lot to be grateful for because we're quite safe. We don't sort of have as much natural disaster as maybe there are in other countries. So, and hopefully, we'll have enough food in our tummy. So we're quite lucky that way. But when we do that, what also happens is we bypass how we're actually feeling. So when we choose love, when we choose a more productive state of consciousness, it doesn't mean that we just go to being happy. It means that we work through our emotions, we work through what we're feeling, and then we come to a more holistic state of feeling good. So to start with, I wanted to talk about our emotions. And so when we're not feeling good, very often we brush them aside. We decide we want to feel like this. We think we shouldn't feel like this. And in fact, we need to give ourselves permission to feel however we are supposed to be feeling, or that we are feeling in the moment, because we're supposed to be feeling like this. This is how we get to know ourselves, is through emotion. And when we do this, when we give ourselves permission to feel exactly how we need to feel, like I said, we get closer to ourselves. And that means sitting with how you're feeling. It could be, even if you're feeling like you hate somebody, just sit with that in a safe manner. If you're feeling angry, take a baseball bat to a mattress, go into a forest and scream. Do whatever you need to move this emotion. It's an emotion. It needs to move. And I guarantee you, once you sit with it, you'll get to a state of feeling better. And then you sit with the next emotion that you're feeling. Now, very often you have to kind of drop to the bottom and work your way back up. And that's perfectly natural and exactly what you're supposed to do. So you get to a state of just organically feeling better, coming to a state of feeling good, getting to a higher state of consciousness where you have more clarity. Because when you're feeling heavier emotions, you don't have that much clarity. And very often you're being quite willful. You're saying, no, I know that life doesn't have my back, or I don't think I'm capable. So we get caught up in these less productive thoughts. Now, I could be saying negative and positive thoughts, but I feel that those are just judgments. And so I say less productive, more productive. Because it's also usually our judgment of an emotion as being negative that we decide that we won't go there, but we want to go there. Be it sadness, anger, grief, hatred, as long as we're expressing it in a safe manner, then we want to be feeling everything. And, the whole point of life is soul growth, and the way we connect with our souls is through our emotions. So we want to feel everything that we're feeling. We want to come to a very organic, very full state of consciousness. That's where our whole being is very aware of how we're feeling and has organically gone through this process of feeling good. It's like we take mind, body, soul, and spirit with us. And we're just so full of feeling good. And then, when you're in this place, you just really start to see all the possibility because you're not blocked, you're not being willful, you're not resisting. And resisting, in fact, try not to stay positive all the time is a form of resistance, because when you're really feeling blue and then you're saying, well, I shouldn't feel blue, and don't give yourself permission to go there, it creates resistance. So in fact, you're not feeling good. What you want to do is feel calm, at ease, congruent in your emotions. So when you're in this state, when you're feeling really whole and connected to yourself, you just start to see all the possibilities around you. I mean, you can't but do that. It's a natural state of feeling good. And that means you're choosing love. And love is the highest state of consciousness. It just is so expansive. Like I said, you look around yourself, you see all the possibilities, you see all the doors that are open or the doors that you could open. You see how things are much more in your favor, or you can take that leap of faith and just choose to see that everything is in your favor, even potentially if it didn't feel like that before you started trying to feel good. But in an organic way, this is feeling good. And you are getting yourself to this place of higher vibration, of higher frequency. And if you're into law of attraction, you know that the way you communicate with life is through your vibration, through your frequency. So when you've got a lower vibration, when you're in a heavier or less productive place, it's really hard for you to create anything. When you're in these higher states of higher and even cleaner energy, and your energy is cleaner and clearer because you work through all those less productive emotional states, you're in a place where you're just in awe, you're in bliss of what's happening. You're just, it's so juicy, it's so visceral. All these delicious things are coming to you, and they're coming to you fast because you are so clean that they come to you. It's just like you're the magnet. They just, without any static, without any interference, the things that you want come to you. So when you're working with law of attraction, it's not what do you need to do in order to get what you want, but who do you need to be in order to get what you want. So it's to your benefit to be choosing a higher state of consciousness. It's to your benefit to be choosing love, because what you want, like I said, it is like magic, and it's amazing when you start to see the synchronicity that happens. You could be asking for something and then it comes to you. I had two amazing things. I've really been trying to turn around my business and turn around my financial state. And I'd asked for a miracle and I got two, which is amazing, which then set me up for much more clarity into how I want to go ahead with my finances for the rest of the year. So, that was just unbelievable. Or sometimes I'll see the same person, a stranger, I'll see them twice in the same day. And I always think, well, that's really weird. I already saw this person this morning. And it's just life's way of communicating with you that you're in this really high vibration. You're in this place of being more productive. You're in this place where more good things can come to you. And I think, part of choosing love is staying in the state of consciousness, even when, like in this higher state of consciousness, even when it feels like things are not in your favor. And this is the really big test, is how can the synchronicities happen for you still, even when you're not feeling that great? And part of being in alignment and feeling congruent with yourself is, like I said, if you're feeling blue, is to be sitting with that. But you can still choose love when you're not feeling great, because you can still say, how is this serving me? What can I learn from this situation? What can I do to help make myself feel better in this moment? Maybe not for the next week, like the theme of your life for that, I don't know, the month or this 3 months might be that you're just not feeling great because there's some things you need to work towards. But you can always at one point go to a higher state, help yourself to feel a little bit better, and then start to look for the synchronicities and that things are still in your favor. In life, I think things are always in our favor. It's really us that needs to have the strength of mind to continue believing that no matter what the evidence. And ultimately, that's what this work is about, is to be able to believe what you can't see, because we're working with, unseen energy. That's what manifestation is. And so the ability to choose love is what keeps us in this state of openness, in the state of receptivity, where, anything is possible. If you're just, you can try it right now. If you're telling yourself, everything's in my favor, everything's in my favor, everything is in my favor. And it's really, I could feel the air tingling. And then I start to think, oh, I'm so excited by what's coming. Yes, please bring me more. I'm just going to stay open to receive. And the steps that you take are inspired. It's so easy. You just know the next step that you need to take. And then the next one develops after that. And the path gets laid for you. So this state of choosing love is literally the most magnetic state possible. Because not only do you see the possibilities, but the possibilities are coming towards you. So it's really a magical way to be creating your life, and something I wholeheartedly believe in. You know, we can set all these goals and we can just be striving for them, but if we're doing it in a way that is not, that really just cuts out the heart of who we are, and we're just pushing and using our force and willpower, it's not productive. It's we're just going to be hurting ourselves and burning ourselves out. Whereas if we do something like this in a more magical way, it's hi to whoever's joined. Please do. Hi, Jabine, how are you? Gosh, it's so nice to hear from, or to see you. It's been a long time. Thank you for watching. So yeah, I was saying, like, if we're in this more magical state, then thank you. Thanks for the like. If we're in this more magical state, well, it's so much more fun to create your life. And again, like magnets, if you're creating from fun, then more fun comes to you. Whereas if you're in this place of pushing and willpower, imagine the quality of what you're creating. It's not fun. Who wants to be living it? We just get burnt out. We get exhausted. We're not enjoying anything that we're creating. So choosing love truly opens the doors to all possibilities. It enables us to see beyond what we can see exactly at this moment. It helps us to see all the possibilities. It helps us to see our own capability as well. Because so often when we're stuck, we think that we're not capable, we're not deserving, that life doesn't have our back, but none of that is true. It's just our own thinking. So we go to a place of thinking well of ourselves, to a place of self-esteem, because we're in this higher state of love. It's of course I am capable. It's not even a question. It's of course I am capable. Of course I can create it. I am that powerful. So this state of consciousness for me is the biggest game changer possible, because we have the power to choose our thoughts. We have the power to choose how we create and what we create, and it's all in the way we think. For those of you that know the spiritual text, A Course in Miracles, it talks about how we are so attached to a state of deprivation and lack. And it's true. It's just in our thinking. We can choose thoughts of higher love or higher state of consciousness, and choose thoughts that are more productive. And therefore, you know, we're just able to take the inspired action. And life is so much easier when you start creating like that. So I hope that was useful for you. Please do comment below on if this helped you. I'd love to know. Is there anything more specific you'd like me to dive into? I'm going to be doing topics or doing this theme of choosing love for the rest of the month. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. Please keep in touch, and thank you for watching. Thanks, Jabine. Take care.